A coup attempting convicted felon ran for president so that he could stay out of prison and only won by a little over 1 percentage points. And the rate at which corporate America has bent the knee to this immoral person who does not value human rights has been alarming. But nothing has been more personally heartbreaking for me than seeing Vogue magazine's capitulation to the Trump administration. And let me give you a little background. When I'm not a podcaster, I'm an interior designer, and interior design is very fashion adjacent. These are two industries where women and gay people do not have to go over as many hurdles to find success. And when you think about Vogue magazine and you think about all of the women that read it and their unwavering support of the LGBTQ plus community, and the fact that their editor-in-chief, Anna Wintour, just received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Joe Biden, I have been very alarmed to see that they are now bending the knee on their Instagram account to Ivanka Trump. Here she is here, and they do a post. Last night, the inaugural ball in Washington, D.C. concluded the day-long proceedings for the official inauguration of Donald Trump, first daughter Ivanka, blah, blah. Here's what I want to say, Vogue magazine. Ivanka Trump and her husband, Jared Kushner, were enriched by $2 billion by the Saudi government. I want to remind you that the Saudi government murdered and dismembered a journalist from their embassy in Turkey, Khashoggi. And they've done all of this with impunity. Nobody's looked into, there's been zero investigation into Ivanka and the Kushners. And I also just want to say this. Last night, Pumps and I went to an pro-abortion meeting here in Oklahoma where there is a total abortion ban. And we heard a woman speak that was pregnant, very excited to be pregnant, finds out at 19 weeks that her baby didn't have a brain, and the minute her baby was born would not survive, but the doctors could not do an emergency D&C. She had to travel out of state. She was bleeding. She was concerned that she was going to die. And this is what's happening to women all over this country because of Ivanka Trump's dad. And if she wants to put on a Givenchy gown and she wants to act like she's normal, that's her business. But how dare you, Vogue magazine, try to normalize or sane wash this shit when the majority, overwhelming majority of your consumers and the people that love fashion are women or members of the LGBTQ plus community. This is a bridge too far.
You know, I thought it was rather shocking because Anna Wintour would not put Melania on the cover of Vogue. I don't think they're invited to the Met Gala, the Trumps. So I found it very odd that all of a sudden at the inauguration, they're uplifting Ivanka Trump, who, like you said, has made no effort to champion rights for women. It is very, very disappointing.
And then recently they doubled down and they sent a reporter to the MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. And look at this shit show. Okay, number one, your Vogue magazine, and this is the first slide on your Instagram page, is this train wreck of a dress. Let's remove all the egregious human rights violations that this administration represents. You're calling this fashion? Go to the next one. Are you kidding me? And I also want to point out that all of these MAGA women, every single one of them, you know, they're big Jesus women. Notice her diamond encrusted crucifix. They all wear these blood diamond crucifixes because it makes them feel like, oh, I'm so close to Jesus. And so, number one, this is bad fashion. Number two, Vogue, what is going on? Seriously, can you not read the room? So what I want to say to everybody in the fashion industry outside of Vogue is hold the line. Do not dress Melania. Do not dress Ivanka. Can you honor the one industry where women and the LGBTQ plus community reign? This is so horrific. This is so terrible. You don't have to post this. You don't have to address it. You don't have to be Trump bashers. But by posting this, when people are suffering, women in red states can't access health care. When you have the Trump administration bragging about removing the LGBTQ flag from all public facilities, but people can still take guns into classrooms and all of this stuff, stand for something. Hold the line. This is beyond the pale. I get, Musk being a piece of shit. I get Jeff Bezos being a piece of shit, but the fashion industry was one place where women and marginalized people didn't have to jump so many hurdles. And this is just very, very, very disappointing.
It's so tone deaf. I mean, it really is, because like you said, I'm not near as into fashion as you are, but I can take one look at those two outfits. The green, Make America Healthy Again, knowing that there's no value and expertise in this movement. So healthy is just bullshit. And then that horrific flag outfit. And even I know, as somebody that's not good at fashion, that's fucking horrible. And so it really is shocking and disappointing that Vogue magazine would put this out. I mean, I'm really surprised.
I was very surprised. And I just want to remind all of the people that love this form of art and found a sense of community in this form of art and saw that Anna Wintour was on the right side of human rights and on the right side of history, and that she liked to make good trouble, now capitulate. I know how painful that is, especially for marginalized members of the LGBTQ plus community. And that's why I wanted to speak out vociferously that I know that when you see that, you feel betrayed. And I know that you feel hurt, because this was an industry and an art form where you felt included and you felt like you had a home and you felt like creativity reigned regardless of your gender, your sexuality, the color of your skin. And to see this form of capitulation on Instagram is such a slap in the face to the welcome that this industry has given to human rights. And I just want to say that for all that remain in the fashion industry that have not bent the knee yet, do not bend the knee. Do not bend the knee to an administration that has taken away the rights of millions of American women. Do not bend the knee to an administration that has now said, hey, you don't have to hire somebody because they're gay. You can say, no, I'm not going to hire you because you're gay. That's the reason I'm not going to hire you. So for everybody that remains in this industry and in the design industry, hold the line, rebel, 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 because these decisions and these things that you're doing, and I want to remind you, Trump's best friend just did 2 Heil Hitlers. Anna Wintour, you do not have to go the way of Coco Chanel in World War II of this. You can hold the line. So many millions of people found a home and felt included and felt like this was an industry where it was okay to be funky, where it was okay to be a little different than the binary choices. And this is a direct slap in the face, and it is so disappointing.
Well, and we're not even a week into the administration, and we've got capitulation. I mean, people are falling like flies. I mean, it worries me about what's coming, as if I wasn't ready.
All right. We'll see you guys later.